Aging alone. There's still time to smile, take care of yourself, and live with meaning. Aging is not merely a stage of life. It is a profound transition filled with reflection, change, and often solitude. For many, the later years bring a silence that contrasts sharply with the bustling rhythm of youth and middle age. Children leave home, friends relocate or pass on, and the daily structure that once gave rhythm to life begins to dissolve. The house gets quieter, the calendar emptier, and the days seem to stretch, sometimes overwhelmingly so. In these moments, a quiet question often emerges. What do I do with so much time and so little company? Yet it's crucial to understand that being alone and being lonely are not the same. Loneliness arises when one feels abandoned, unseen, or devoid of purpose. It can be deeply painful and harmful to emotional and physical health. Being alone, however, does not have to lead to loneliness. It can be a valuable time of reconnection with yourself, a space to listen inwardly, reflect, and discover joys that might have been overlooked in the busyness of earlier life stages. This phase of life also presents a rare opportunity, the chance to rediscover the small pleasures that bring peace and fulfillment. A leisurely cup of coffee, a memory rediscovered in an old photograph, or the quiet contentment of a slow afternoon. These moments, though simple, can carry immense beauty and meaning. Aging alone doesn't have to mean aging in sorrow. It can also be a time for grace, tenderness, healing, and deep self-care. This text is not just guidance, it is a heartfelt offering. A warm conversation between you and Dr. Fernando, a physician devoted to promoting a vision of aging that is dignified, emotionally rich, and full of life. Dr. Fernando shares practical, compassionate paths for finding value in your days, especially when the presence of others is less frequent, because as long as there is breath, there is possibility. There is still time to nourish the body, uplift the spirit, and discover meaning, and you are worthy of all that and more. Shall we begin? Create a routine that embraces you with kindness. When living alone, time can take on an unfamiliar shape. Days may feel long and monotonous, or they may pass in a blur of aimless activity. Without the natural prompts of work, family obligations, or regular appointments, the structure of the day can dissolve. This lack of rhythm doesn't just affect how time feels, it can also impact your mental clarity, emotional stability, sleep patterns, and overall motivation. That's why establishing a routine isn't a luxury, it's a lifeline. But let's be clear, we're not talking about a rigid timetable filled with pressure. This is about a gentle, loving routine that brings structure and safety into your life. A routine that doesn't demand perfection, but offers a sense of direction, a quiet framework around which your day can unfold with ease and purpose. Start with the mornings. Waking up at a consistent hour, opening the curtains to let the daylight in, making your bed, and preparing a nourishing breakfast. These actions send signals to your brain that you are present, engaged, and worthy of care. Then, let the day move forward in soft, manageable segments. Morning, gentle stretches or a short walk, listening to uplifting music, writing in a gratitude journal, or tending to a plant. Afternoon, cooking a simple, healthy meal, reading a chapter of a favorite. A book, resting with intention, not out of boredom, or organizing a small drawer or photo album. Evening, a warm bath or shower, turning off bright screens early, sipping herbal tea, or watching a light-hearted film or listening to a calming podcast. These actions may seem small, but they build a rhythm that your mind and body come to trust. They form an internal compass that helps prevent the emotional drift that can come with unstructured time. And when a day doesn't go as planned, be kind to yourself. The beauty of a self-designed routine is its flexibility. Its goal is not to bind you, but to hold you, to remind you that your life still has form, still has flow, and is still very much worth tending to. Remember, creating a routine is not about being productive for others. It's about showing up for yourself day after day with intention and tenderness. And in that consistency, joy quietly begins to return. Move your body with respect and consistency. As we age, our bodies naturally slow down. Stiff joints, reduced flexibility, and diminished energy levels can make movement feel more challenging. But here's what's often overlooked. The human body, even in its later decades, still longs for movement. It was made to move and needs to move to stay functional, healthy, and vibrant. Inactivity, especially when prolonged, can quickly become a trap. It may feel safer or more comfortable in the short term, but over time, lack of movement contributes to muscle loss, weaker bones, poor circulation, decreased balance, and even mental fog. It can deepen feelings of depression and isolation, especially for those who are aging alone. But the solution doesn't require a gym membership or strenuous routines. It starts with simple, consistent motion. Dr. Fernando emphasizes that movement should never feel like punishment. It should feel like a gift, a celebration of what your body can still do. And no matter your physical condition, there is almost always a way to move with kindness and intention. Here are some approachable ways to start. Morning mobility. Before even getting out of bed, try gentle stretches. Extend your arms overhead, flex and point your feet, gently roll your shoulders. Seated movements. Sit in a sturdy chair and slowly stand up and sit down several times. This strengthens your legs and helps with balance. Rotate your ankles, stretch your wrists, and gently turn your head side to side. Walking indoors. Walk around your home or apartment for 5 to 10 minutes several times a day. This simple act improves circulation and lifts your mood. Light dancing, put on a favorite song, and sway gently to the music. Movement combined with music can awaken joy. Breathing exercises. Deep intentional breathing helps oxygenate your blood, calm your nervous system, and reconnect you with your body. Consistency matters more than intensity. Even 5 minutes of movement several times a day can create noticeable benefits over time. The key is to make it part of your daily life, just like brushing your teeth or making your bed. And if one day you miss it, simply return the next day without guilt. If you have access to support from a physiotherapist or a community center offering senior-friendly exercise programs, consider joining in. Not only does it provide physical benefits, but it also offers social connection, which further improves well-being. Safety always comes first. Wear comfortable shoes, move at your own pace, and stop if you feel pain or dizziness. Keep water nearby and avoid overexertion. Remember, this isn't about trying to be younger. It's about honoring the body you have now, exactly as it is, and helping it remain strong enough to support your independence and joyful living. Movement is a declaration of hope, of self-respect, and of the desire to continue showing up for life. Your body may have aged, but it is still yours, still capable, and still worthy of love and care. Let every gentle stretch and small step remind you, you are still here, and that is a beautiful thing. Maintain connections. Human bonds sustain life. There's a quiet but powerful truth about aging that too often goes unspoken. Loneliness can harm us as deeply as any physical illness. Study after study has shown that prolonged isolation increases the risk of depression, cognitive decline, cardiovascular disease, and even early mortality. Yet despite this knowledge, many older adults find themselves spending more and more time alone, sometimes not by choice, but by circumstance. It's essential to remember that being alone doesn't have to mean being disconnected. Even a few meaningful human connections can nourish your spirit and significantly improve your quality of life. Dr. Fernando often reminds his patients that the heart remains just as eager for love, warmth, and recognition at 70, 80, or 90 as it was at 20. You don't need a large social circle to feel supported. A handful of genuine relationships, or even one, can be enough. What matters is the quality of connection, not the quantity. Here are ways to cultivate and maintain nourishing human bonds. Reach out regularly. Make it a weekly goal to call or message a family member or friend. Even a simple thinking of you can reopen a door that's quietly been closing. Write letters. The act of writing and receiving a handwritten letter can be deeply meaningful, offering a tangible expression of care and presence. Join a local group. Many community centers, libraries, or religious organizations host senior groups, classes, or coffee gatherings. Don't be afraid to attend, even if just to listen. Explore technology. While digital tools can feel overwhelming at first, they offer powerful ways to stay connected. Ask someone to help you set up a video call app or join a senior-focused group on social media. Build micro-connections. The brief smile exchanged with a shopkeeper, the chat with a neighbor on the porch, or the greeting from your mail carrier, all of these moments help reaffirm your place in the human fabric. And if you've lost someone dear, whether a partner, sibling, or lifelong friend, know that it's not a betrayal to open your heart again. Creating new bonds doesn't erase the memory of those who are gone. Instead, it honors their place in your story by keeping your spirit alive. Dr. Fernando encourages older adults to think of connection not as a luxury, but as a necessity. Just like food and water, we need connection to thrive. Your voice matters. Your presence matters. And someone out there, perhaps feeling just as unsure or lonely, might be waiting for you to reach out. The beauty of connection is that it often starts with one small gesture, a phone call, a smile, a shared story. And from that one moment, warmth spreads, because even in solitude, we can still choose to connect. And in that choice, we begin to heal. Find purpose. No matter how small it may seem as we grow older, many of the roles that once gave our lives structure and meaning begin to shift or fall away. Children become independent, careers come to a close, friends move or pass on. These transitions can leave a profound question lingering in the quiet moments. What am I here for now? This question can be difficult, but it's also a doorway. According to Dr. Fernando, one of the most powerful things we can do as we age is to reframe our understanding of purpose. Purpose is not reserved for the young, the employed, or the busy. It doesn't require grand gestures or recognition. Purpose is about meaning, and meaning can be found in even the smallest, most personal acts. You don't need to change the world to have a reason to wake up in the morning. You only need to do something that connects you to your values, your experiences, or your love for life. Consider some of these everyday ways that purpose can take root. Tending to a garden, or even a single potted plant. Watching something grow under your care reinforces your connection to the cycle of life. Cooking for yourself with care. Preparing a nourishing meal, even just for you, is an act of self-respect. Offering prayers or intentions, thinking of others, whether in prayer or meditation, is a way to stay connected spiritually. Sharing your story, writing your memories, family recipes, or life lessons offers a legacy for future generations. Creating something with your hands, sewing, crafting, painting, or even organizing. Family photos is a quiet but powerful affirmation of your creativity and presence. Volunteering. If you're able, helping at a community event, school, or church, even once a month, can renew your sense of belonging. Caring for a pet. Animals provide affection, structure, and a feeling of being needed. teaching others. Your knowledge and experiences are treasures. Sharing them with someone younger can build a bridge between generations. Purpose does not have to shout. Often it whispers. It hides in the gentle details of our routines, the compassion we show ourselves and others, and the legacy we quietly shape each day. When you live with purpose, even the simplest actions become filled with meaning. Dr. Fernando reminds us that rediscovering purpose is not about becoming someone new. It's about reconnecting with what has always mattered most to you. It's about realizing that your presence still has weight, your actions still ripple outward, and your days still hold potential. Purpose anchors us. It gives each moment a reason, and even if the world around you has changed, the truth remains. You still have something to give, something to enjoy, and something to live for. A new beginning, not the end reaching older age, often comes with a profound sense of quiet. The hustle and bustle fade, routines slow, and the vibrant chorus of earlier life becomes a soft hum. It's natural to reflect, to grieve, and to wonder what comes next. But as Dr. Fernando so often reminds his patients, aging is not an ending, it's an invitation. It's an invitation to listen more closely to your own voice, to tend to the parts of yourself that may have been neglected, and to embrace a rhythm of life that prioritizes peace, presence, and authenticity. Just as the seasons of nature bring beauty in every phase, so too does the human journey. Autumn is not less than spring. It simply reveals different colors. You may no longer be surrounded by the same people or responsibilities, but you still have time, you still have choice, and you still have a presence that matters deeply to yourself and to the world around you. Now is a time for softness and strength, for looking back with gentleness and forward with curiosity, for making peace with what has passed and courageously investing in what remains. You are not done, you are evolving. And in that evolution, there is extraordinary power. You can start a morning ritual that brings clarity and comfort. Move your body with gratitude and intention. Reach out to others and receive their warmth. Cultivate a sense of purpose that lights even your quietest days. And rediscover joy, not in the noise of the past, but in the quiet details of the present. Aging is not a retreat, it is a return to your essence, a time when you are finally free to be who you are, without apology, without haste, and without fear. Dr. Fernando encourages you to step into this chapter with softness, but also with conviction. You are worthy of comfort, you are deserving of joy, and your life, right here, right now, still holds depth, color, and possibility. So take a breath, make a cup of tea, open the window to let the light in, and let today be the day you begin again, not because you have to, but because